Hey y'all. Good morning, good morning. Um I have this idea in my head to just have something going out there free, probably on a Sunday because Sunday is a chill day, called Transformational Sundays. And the reason why I've been thinking about it, because under under the private cloak, there's so many people who have benefited from just having positive conversations, transformational conversations of somebody guiding you in picking up just things about you that probably you never notice or you never think was of value. And because of that, me I think about this ad. But me have to make sure so me have it to the T when me can do it every single Sunday. But it has been so successful that I'm beyond excited. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing something called Transformational Sundays. It is probably going to be something under the guise of a public platform type of coaching, in a sense, but it's coaching to entrepreneurship. It's coaching to transformation and becoming your truest self. Just having me and other people guiding you to becoming yourself. You know what I mean? From all of the trauma, all of the stress, all of the depression, all of these things, just having really fruitful conversations. And the reason why I can say that now, because it has been successful doing it under the private realms. That me said to myself, say, no man, there's so many people in my inbox ask these 100 ton of questions, and I don't have the time to go through them. I'll be honest with you. And there's somebody who manages the page sometimes, but me not have the time to go through it. And I really don't go through Messenger because, my God, Messenger probably 50% perverted and the other 50% good. Me not have the time to scan through it. And some of you say when you get trouble because some sitting on the send per messenger really supposed to stay underneath in the bed. But anyway, fast forward. I think the most popular question I get is how you get in New York, how you working in New York, because people who know me know that I've been in Jamaica for all my life. I've always every year just traveled for vacation until COVID. But you know something, let me stick a pin. Majority of the people that I do know that I'm acquainted with saw the fruition of their biggest success period during COVID. So, although COVID was devastating, I think it allowed people to be with themselves so much that they found the truest version of themselves, that they found a skill set that they never knew was tangible, that they didn't know that was a service that people needed. And also people who were in need of service didn't even know they needed until COVID came in. And the people who actualized on it, who thought, let me just evolve with this, let me adapt with this, they became the most successful during COVID because they adapted to the times. That's what I mean. And because of that, I will always say, you know what, COVID was the most devastating time, but the most uplifting time globally. For those who wanted to see the glass half full instead of half empty. All right. So, in order to be fair, I've always had my own business in Jamaica. And when COVID came, the tourism sector closed down, and me, I said, bubblegum, what this mean now? And it was devastating for sure because it pulled the rug from under your foot and you say, Lord God, what me I go do now? And then you have two decisions to make. It's either you go sit down and settle and say, all right, me give up, God. Or you go reinvent yourself and adapt to the times and say, okay, this is not working now, but this can work. And actually go out there and try it and get it done. And even if it fails, it is just one other step to say, okay, I won't try that again, but I'm going to keep going. Because failure is just progress in motion. All right? Failure is not something we slap in your face and say, top, done. Failure is just something we say, okay, that's one thing I can tick off the list and I won't do that again. Or I will do it better next time. Or I will implement these things with it next time. It's about assessing your market and finding things that is fun, that is really comes true to you and pure, and that doesn't feel like work. You know what I mean? So with that said, I give kudos to NCB Foundation Level Up Program, because that's where all this online thing for me started. I've always been online, but not giving business. Always I give everything free. And when I saw this program and then I connected with IIJ, for me it was fun because it was during COVID time still, and nothing else naina go on, and you just wanted to do something new. And I said to myself, I might as well. So I took every single online course on Internet Income Jamaica through the NCB Foundation Level Up Program. Every single course that you can think of. To the extent that I'm now an author, I can self-publish my own books. I can sit from here and literally run a VA service back in Jamaica with other people, just giving their service virtually to people all over the world. I'm a marketing specialist, to say the least, from everything that I've known over the years running my own businesses, and also incorporating with stuff that I learned with Internet Income Jamaica with NCB Foundation. Listen me. And what that did was allowed me and so many other people to level up, like perfect your craft. And know you can look upon it and say, yo, these things that you used to do for free, we can't charge my feet now. And that is what made the whole transition fun. All right, so fast forward. I had multiple clients, but I had one particular client who had a credit repair business in Los Angeles, still does. And working with him in Jamaica, I used to manage that company from Jamaica, and then we used to outsource the jobs, the sourcing, the administrative processing. All of those filing was done from Jamaican clerks, and then the information would be sent there to LA, and credit repair, whatever, would be done. So what he wanted to do was have a second branch. And I remember he asked me, where in the US have you ever traveled? I said, New York, Brooklyn, New York. And that's how I go every year. And when it was suggested the first time, it was kind of strange to me. I said, go to New York. I'm going to go to New York for vacation. I'm not going to leave Jamaica to go there, so to go start nothing at all. But like a voice inside said, yeah, but this is new. Adapt to the times. So what I did was adapt to the times. He contacted a lawyer, got the paperwork done. Work permit went through, and I remember speaking to the lawyer, and the lawyer said, boy, I don't think this is going to work because this type of work permit is for special whatever, H1B, for anybody who knows. That's the first visa that I got coming here. And I said to him, if God in this, when them see that gone through, because I'm coming there actually to do something good. I'm starting a new branch in New York, all under my leg, beautiful. And that's how that happened. It is like one day I make a decision and everything just synchronized one after the other. But it was me adapting to the new times, the new paradigm of what was happening, and just having no fear whatsoever. Just say, all right, that's it, and that me I go do. Bada bing, bada boom, that was it. And that's where that transition started, I think in 2021. I think so. And I have to give kudos to that, because if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't even think about online. And if it wasn't for NCB Foundation and IIJ, me wouldn't even think of all those things that I used to do for free. That's something that I can customize now and actually put it in a package and charge a person for something where they just come easy to me when I do for people free for years. So saying that to say this, no matter how much you feel as if you're back against the wall and this thing that you're used to, and get used to this, it's going to keep happening. Jobs that you're now sitting in are going to be obsolete in a couple of years. And we have to start think creatively and understand that as the times change, we need to adapt to the times. That's the problem, Mr. with Wally Power. We don't want to adapt to the times. We say, all right, I this me always just sit down in the office and then fire me. Lord God, I go do no more office now. Go hire me. Don't look for an office. You have to sit down, and even if you have to get a mentor or a coach or have somebody where you really emanate to and just watch and observe them. Now, right after that with NCB Foundation, I think in 2021, I was a trainer on the next level up grant. I think it was 2021. Somebody on here, correct me if I'm wrong. And I was with the greats of the Alisa Littles and the Lorette Littles and everybody who was just a phenomenal team. And on my team, there were probably a little bit over 200 students. Otto and I were running that group. And from my experience with all that amount of people, and I allowed them to communicate with me, not just for the program, just communicate with me for life. And that's where this transformation thing started. Because I would be on my phone with them for hours a night. I wanted to know everything about them. I wanted to dissect their stories. I wanted to know why they think, this is something that they needed to do, what they wanted to get out of it. And listen, the stories I heard, the support that we had to give was not just tangible support, was not just teaching them how to become their best self, was not just teaching them entrepreneurship. It was teaching them how to transform and adapt their lives to the new paradigm of what's happening now. And I've done it continuously, just within this small group of the ones that kept in touch with their ups and downs. And listen, man, let me tell you something. If you think your story is the worst, it's just because you're not talking to people. Because there is no time, from my experience, that I will ever wake up one morning and I say, God, I'm not grateful for life. Because there are people out there who are going through stuff that you don't know about, and they still have a smile on their face, and they wake up and they get up and they're ready to grind. Every single day. Sometimes it pick me back at them a ball, and then I have no food for eat tonight, but then get up and then they're on the live with me and they're ready to learn. They're so hungry for a success. They're so hungry for a change, and they're ready to actualize it. These are the people that I want to talk to. The ones that are so hungry, even within their own hunger, but they're hungry for change, and they're hungry to make a choice. Listen, I'm going to take this chance, and I'm just going to step out there, and wherever God takes me, that's where I'm going. And from this, I am absolutely proud to say there are so many of them who have transitioned to become their truest versions of themselves in entrepreneurship. And this is the first thing I always say, what is the thing that people always check you on, people always call you about? We just get so annoyed because I had people who was in the banking system, and they would say to me, boy, this such and such person always call me about baking. Always, I'm just tired of it. I'm saying, but stick a pin. What if it is the universe redirecting you, telling you this is your actual life purpose, soul purpose? This is something that you can also branch out on. Because it's one thing that I learned through COVID. Never you ever will see me settle for one income. Never ever. If me ever do that again, it will never happen. And that is how I want people to start thinking. Don't you ever just have one thing, one income coming in, where if one income done, you feel it almost immediately. Always think about something creative that you can do that is true to you, that becomes easy, that feels like child play, that is something that is gonna make you money. Alicia said this, I never forget, and from she said it, I have taken it. Make money while you sleep. Me love that, so till me weak. Me love hear my phone beep at night time and me can say, yeah, money coming. I love that. And I want people to also love that you can create a service, create something for people, even if it is just for joy. Somebody for come and sit down to some nice bubble music, but them a pay for come feet. Because that is you earning. It's what you call passive income. And I have been having this conversation with these beautiful beings, me Jamaica people them, since 2021. And I tell you, me proper proud. I'm so proud, because the transition has been brilliant. I'm gonna share something with you. Let me share this with you, because me proper proud. Let me find it. This is my latest pride and joy. Now, one of the students from NCB Foundation Level Up Program 2021, I have met her since 2020, and we have been rocking and rising and grinding like crazy. She's the one who literally runs my Fiverr page in Jamaica, and she is a go-getter, somebody who adapts. And let me tell you something, the first time we started to talk about, I would say to them, listen, nobody look too far. Don't worry about the competition you have in China and Philippines, because all of a sudden everybody is going online. So it got a little bit tighter for everybody to get tangible work, long-term work. And I said to them, I remember, I said to them, look in your communities. Just look this one. What type of terrain are you living in? What's a geographical location? What kind of people around you? What do they like? And some people would say them in a farming community. So I say, how are the farmers getting their produce out? I say, you drive, you ride bicycle, you have somebody who go to market. I say, here what you do. Think of something that is going to make the life easier for the people around you. Some people came up with the idea. I said, think about this. Go to the farmers and have a talk with them. Say, listen, let me just set up one package for a week time. I do one package. 1 pound of this, 1 pound of that, 1 pound of that. And we are put it together and we are going to package it. Because when you package things, it always seems like a whole heap of something to people. And people will buy into that easier. There are some people that say they come from the inner city. There are so many kids there. And when they do their homework, they have to go all the way out in the town, so some of them not get to do them homework because the parents don't have the money to give a taxi, to go a library or go to this place to go print stuff. So the idea was, okay, let's set up and get a printer. Now you're going to have a homework center right in the inner city. There was this student, I lost my Jamaica phone. If you're watching this, I'd love to hear it from you. Particular one student, her hobby was in Juta tours. And the online thing it wasn't as vibrant all the time, because one thing with online, this week will be up, next week might not be so up. So you always think of improvising, not giving up, but improvising. And I remember she talking to me and she had this idea, this wonderful idea. And I said to her, well, if your hobby is in Juta tours, create your own tour. Because Portland is an untouched gem in Jamaica. I don't know if you touch now. But it's an untouched gem where there's so many beautiful things in Portland to see. But it's not as idolized as Ocho Rios and Montego Bay and all this and Kingston. And I said, create your own tour in Portland. Your hobby, you pick up these people. And then the only assistance we needed to give her was just to give her basically a plan, just a game plan. And how you can get the people to pre-order your tour. And how you can get them all the things that you can incorporate into the tour, incorporating food, do some roast yam and saltfish, these things that tourists will want to come in and see. And he's the one who has hands-on with the tourists. And this is what you're going to be selling to them. And you are going to run your own tour. Girl, I lose my Jamaica phone. If you are out there, please reach out to me, because I really like to know how far you are in this. But I know she started it, and it was a bang. The last time I heard from her, maybe 2 years ago. She said it was going on so good. So these are the things that we have to literally sit down sometimes and clean off the fog off of the mirror where I look on and understand, say, listen, maybe grass don't seem so green on this side there, but grass everywhere, so me turn so. This other person now, Ottawa, got into the honey business. She did everything she needed to do. She didn't know anything about honey to begin with. Who's going to know if you're not in this business? But she went into this business. I may never forget, she started from 1 box. And I'm proud to say that yesterday when this came, I literally cried. Because this girl is a trailblazer, just like so many other trailblazers in Jamaica. And this honey is now in Brooklyn, New York. And the minute it came, I already have news of distributing this in New York. 2 of them come. Never 1. 2. The beauty of success is how you see it, is how you perceive it. The beauty of your success is how much you believe in yourself and your ability to start something crazy, something that you never knew about. But you believe in yourself enough to take the first step to start it from 1 bees box to reaping liquid gold. Isn't this beautiful? And it touched down in a foreign. And how many other Jamaicans have so many talent? How many other Jamaicans have purpose, who are sitting there not adapting to the times and just giving up and saying, boy, life enough for me. Life is for you. Life is for you whether you're in Jamaica or you're in foreign land. And for me, I would advise, it is okay always to try to transition to somewhere else, and don't listen to anybody to say foreign hard. Everywhere that you go is going to have some kind of hardships. It depends on how you actualize in life. It depends on the people the circle that you keep yourself in. It depends on the output that you want. That's going to determine your input. You're going to put into this thing and you want to receive good things from it. But I mean, if you're not getting off and planning ahead and looking at something and say, you know what, I want to see my product on a shelf one day. I want to see people rushing in for orders for something that I have created. I want to see people lining up and booking me for months in advance for my service, for something that comes so free to me. I want to see people lined up outside my bakery. I want to see people booking me just to have me to come and cater for them. I want to see people just out there thinking about something that, listen, I want to solve a problem for lazy people. I know it sounds bad, but that's what I teach. Think of a solution for lazy people. Like Amazon did it for me. I am lazy for go out in the store then for buy anything. So me sit down on my laptop or my phone and me order something at Amazon, bring it right at my door. That's what he did. He created a service for lazy people. No disrespect, because I ain't dissing myself. But me literally lazy if you go out there if you go buy anything for myself and go all of these places. It brings everything in right in one place and I can do it. And that's why he's a multi-billionaire. So if we are not thinking of adapting to the changes and the paradigms that are out there, you're always going to be settling. If you're a farmer, you can be an international farmer. If you're a teacher, you can be an international teacher. Within the program, we had people who were teaching so many other students, teaching them just English. Make enough money from it too. Have clients from China and Japan because these countries, they want their children to be able to speak the language of English. And they will spend money for them to teach it. There's so many things that comes easy to you right now that somebody out there would die to pay somebody to do for them. So while this is the first of my talking about Transformational Sundays, it's fun for me when I'm in a group setting and people can interact and talk back and we can hear where they are and where they want to go, what their desire is, what makes them tick, what makes them exciting. And when we're having those conversations, that's when the best ideas come out. So whoever reaches this video, while I am sitting here in New York, absolutely happy about this. And completely proud. I can tell you this. Whatever it is that you desire to become, whatever it is that you desire to be, the only person stopping you really is you. Because there are infinite possibilities out there for whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve. And don't sit there and say, I can't do this because I don't have the money. This started from one box. And I'll leave her to share her story, who made the first box. But whatever it is that you desire, no matter the length of time that it takes, you don't look at anything according to time. You live in the present moment now, and you can sit and say, you know what, I would like this. A matter of fact, you know what, write it down. Write down something, just one thing you'd like to accomplish within the next 6 months. Actualize it, write it down on paper. Because what you're doing is take it from here and you're bringing it to life on paper. And when you start doing that, now start doing research. What do I need to do? What kind of mentorship, what kind of support, what kind of resource do I need for this? And you take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Do you understand? And for those of you who are transitioning to go to a foreign country, go there with the same drive. Go there with the same tenacity, the same personality. Don't come there and try to settle. Don't go to a foreign land and decide you're going to settle in one job or in one thing. Still come there with your serial entrepreneurship mind and think of all the solutions that you can create for somebody out there who has a problem. We've done it, and we will keep doing it, and we need more and more, especially from a country, Jamaica. Don't give up. Find these programs that will help you to at least have insight of something new. It doesn't take anything out of you maybe an hour a day. Learn something new. Try to learn a new craft, a new skill or improve on one that you have now, and stop just depending on the one 9 to 5. I tell you, it swept me underneath my foot when COVID come in and tourism sector Jamaica lockdown and cool photos of a lockdown. And me have to say to staff, say, boy, it don't last 3 months. Me never forget it. And 3 months turn, I got to 12 months, and me I look on it and say, bubble gum. You have to adapt to the times. And don't think that the world is against you. The world is just changing according to how everything needs to change. Everything can't turn one way. And I wish you all the best. If I do decide to post this, that means I'll probably really be doing Transformational Sundays. And then we'll just figure out how to guide you. That's it, guidance. Nobody now take nothing that should give you. People will guide you. Or basically just be a backbone or leave some breadcrumbs along the way for you to understand or get help to know that that thing that you're thinking about is not impossible because somebody else did it. And that story that you're holding on, that's saying, this is what stop me, this story. You know, hear story yet. There's somebody out there with a worse story than yours who is making it, who is rocking it, who is a trailblazer, who's an innovator, who is not using that as an excuse not to get up and rise and grind. All right? So, thank you all for listening. Whoever listened this long, let me see how long it is. 26 minutes. Ooh. Just understand that life is beyond beautiful. And it starts from making a decision. The 3 C's. Make a choice to take a chance to see great changes in your life. All right? I made a choice to just do something childish. Started a program with NCB Foundation Level Up. And with IIJ. And I started that. Boom, bada bing. Met a client who wanted me to do something. And I made the decision. All right, me I go find me I go run that for you. No problem. No problem. Money good. And from that it transpired from something else to something else to something greater. Do you understand? It's one synchronicity to the next, to the next, to the next, only because you trusted yourself enough and you trusted God to guide you. And that's all you need. So I'm inspiring somebody today to do something new. Don't sit down and adapt. Don't settle underneath nothing at all where you're going to make you feel less than yourself. And know that it starts from one box. It starts from one line. So write it down today and understand this is what I am going towards. And I'm going to find mentorship and I'm going to find resources and I'm going to research this for other people who did it, for other people who haven't even thought about doing it. But this is something that I'm going to do. Look around you, look in your house, look in your community. What is there that you can provide? What service can you provide that's going to help somebody? Probably in a community with peer old people, whole heap of old people, and then pitney that frying. Think of a service that can help them, that can help these kids to make sure that the people get their food at week time or their cleaning at week time. You can't do cleaning at Jamaica. You can start your own cleaning service in Jamaica. Contact their families overseas and say, listen, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go and clean grandma's house every week or every month, and this is what I'm charging. Let them prepay. There's so many things that you can do right in your community and then expand out. But it's one thing I'm telling you not to do in 2024 is settle for one income. Don't be it again. Because you never know when the next shoe may drop and something might happen again that will devastate this damn globe, that will put you back to look in the mirror and see the reflection of yourself. And I want you to love the person looking back at you if that should ever happen again. All right? Have yourself a transformational day. All right? Bye-bye.